You'd think after spending 80 hours and my sanity 100%ing Forager that I'd be done with the game. Oh no. Welcome to challenge mode. Single island run. Okay, a speedrun mode with a twist. You only have one island. Collect all the possible gear in the game to win. With only one island, the game was gonna be like 20 times harder, with the most annoying part literally just being waiting. And just like that, we begin again on my little island. Oh my god, why are there so many monsters? I'm actually about to die like right off the bat. I started off by killing slimes, chopping wood, you know, the regular stuff. I want to make fish traps right away. Having just played Forager for 80 hours, I was a pro, and I knew all the tips and tricks, and I was determined to learn from the various mistakes that I made in my last video. And get myself to a sewing station, which you guys have probably been wanting me to do for a while now.
Forager Pro is probably screaming at me right now.
Good luck with the challenge, I'm gonna need it. After leveling up for the first time, and trying to buy land unsuccessfully to show chat. Well, what happens if I try to buy land? It's literally just gone. I chose magic as the very first skill. Then I avoided the chat trolling me for a little bit. Colonizer's probably the best perk, let me guess. That's the one that gives you like half price off land. And then we had to think strategy. I decided my first goal would be to get markets, as those would allow us to get tons of items that would be way more difficult to get without land, or in some cases, literally impossible. I had to think ahead in this challenge, as leveling up through the ranks of gear will be significantly harder, without the space to build huge farms or the usual help from all the artifacts you can collect. Then I got myself another skill point, using it on combat to increase my damage. This would just let me save energy, which, trust me, is even more precious in this stage of the game. It's hard enough keeping energy in the early game of Forager when you have unlimited islands. Yo! Hey man. Out of nowhere, a wandering trader came by, but he was useless. I don't think we want any of that. He'll just be my friend. He can just hang out. Level 4, so time for another skill upgrade. This time, foraging. This gives us the ability to find crops and food more easily. Super useful once again, since even with multiple islands in the normal game, food is always a problem. Another cool tactic I use to help save space is just placing down bridges to put all my factory buildings on. This way I can keep the island free for the things that have to be on land. Plus, it's simply free real estate. Grinding out the resources on the island was getting pretty repetitive, especially with my depleted energy, but honestly, that wasn't even the main problem. It was just waiting for stuff to spawn in. Next, I got a furnace to generate coal when... Oh, yeah. First death of the challenge. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, back to it. That's my one and only death. Nope. Never mind. I died again. Then there was just a bunch more waiting around, talking to chat while the island replenished its trees and rocks. Oh yeah, I stream literally all of my game playthroughs, so make sure you subscribe if you want to catch them. They're a lot of fun, you'll probably have a good time. No pressure though, wait until later in the video if you want, I'll remind you again. But, you know, despite the slow rate stuff was spawning in, I was still getting XP, which meant more levels. For level 5, I chose Industry. This gave us XP for building structures, which will be a big help, in addition to unlocking me glass and steel. However, this combined with the foraging skill from earlier resulted in our inventory filling up so fast, with like mildly useful, but not useful enough in some cases garbage. Honestly, inventory management was going to be such a key part of strategy for this challenge. If I let my inventory and chest get out of control, it was going to slow me to a crawl progression-wise. But I got on top of it pretty quickly, at least for now. And this freed up some space to gather materials such as leather, meat, and fish. Level 6 came along just as quick. I chose gathering, which meant more inventory slots. Okay, this is going pretty good, honestly. Sticking to our strategies, I like it. More strategizing with the chat, and I realized that glass and bricks were going to be super valuable if I could turn them into lighthouses. Brick, steel, glass? But it was a bit of a stretch right now, since we were still quite far away from unlocking both of them. So, to recap, we were raiding around for resources, with our machines chugging along to generate coal and fish, then aiming to get markets and lighthouses as quickly as possible. So far so good. After another chunk of time had passed, I got revenge on my nemesis that killed me earlier. The op has appeared. I'm just gonna tank him. Got him. Nice, 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 nice. Then my confidence got thrown when I tried to get glass. No, I need one more sand. Please give me sand, give me sand. Oh, no way. It's so over. It's actually so over. Oh my god. I wasn't paying attention. Picking myself back up, I got to level 7 and chose to unlock... I could not decide. Farming? Like, do we need farming? I don't know. This is probably the wrong way to go about this. Eventually decided on farming, which gave me windmills and sprinklers to play around with. That's cool, I guess. But the main reason I wanted this is that it was going to work me towards the classic perk that gave me coal from every rock I broke. Still looking for that one singular piece of sand that I was missing earlier. Sand! Damn it. I also got killed by the same mob again, twice. Face reveal 1. He walked on water! I hate how you spawn like directly next to him. Oh my god! As I was saying, still on the hunt for sand and tolerating so much waiting around, I got to level 8 while I was waiting. So if I grab this and then I get that, I can get coal. And then we go for optics. Thoughts? Does that sound like a plan? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go mining. Mining unlocked. But chat helped me figure out a better way to do this. Quarry? Oh wait, dude, you're so right. If I got a quarry, that would be humongous. But to do that, I needed more levels, so it was back to waiting on resources and chatting to chat again. Oh, and I finally managed to get that piece of sand from earlier, too. Let's go. Level 9. Guys! Geology! Now every single rock would drop coal, which is brilliant for my strategy, just since I always need coal for smelting various things up, and it was just gonna get me more towards my goal of the markets and the lighthouses, since I needed to smelt glass and I needed to smelt bricks. We then finally unlocked the shovel. Let's go! At 31 minutes, we can craft the basic shovel. I'm crafting it. It's not shaking, what the hell? Basic shovel. And a while later, got to level 10. This time, I chose economy. My waiting and grinding was getting a little bit more productive as there's also iron ingots and thread being constantly produced on top of my mining and chopping. Oh, and the fish pots were generating resources too. It's always nice to have a little bit of passive fish income. This was when I was really starting to feel the effects of only having one single piece of land though. But, you know, I'm not gonna let it stop me. We're gonna keep powering through. The next piece of equipment we got was the small backpack. It was only 4 inventory spaces, but it was still useful. And right after that, level 11 as well. Backpack! Adds 4 inventory slots. Level 11. Guys, we're doing it. And with that, we unlocked markets. Huge step forward in the strategy. All right, can I even build one? What is it, economic? Nope, I need leather. God damn it! Minor setback, I admit, but we'll get through this. I had a couple of steps to go until I could actually build the markets, but in the meantime, we got the last bug I needed to craft the slime pickaxe, so that was at least something. Let's go! 1.5 attack damage. Resources and plants may drop jelly. I decided I was going to learn my lesson with rushing the markets and not rush towards the lighthouses, because if I did that, I wouldn't have the materials to make them and I'd still be waiting around. Ironically enough though, we got to level 12 pretty quickly and chose sewing, which gave us leather. Remember, we need leather for the markets. And with that, the first major goal was completed. I placed down the first market of very many. Here it is. That's really bad. So now I just break it. Now it's just a case of continuing to grind resources in my limited space and cycling through the markets to get the item I wanted. Luckily, I'd been saving tons of money up to this point as well. Since when I'd gotten some artifacts from the few fish pots, I just sold them, since sure I would need them, but not for such a long amount of time that it wasn't worth taking up an inventory space with. And I was glad I had sold them, because shortly after, my market had 100 sand. Wait, guys, someone back me up and say that's actually smart as hell to buy. Thoughts? Am I wrong? After a back and forth with chat, I decided I needed the sand for the lighthouses, so I made my first purchase. And then a little bit after, got level 13. Yeah. Okay, I'll buy it. Only 300 G. I kept recycling the markets to find more items I needed to progress my goals, but this challenge was requiring a lot of patience to find the items we needed and let all of the resources generate. For now, we pretty much just needed to get as many levels as we could in between all the grinding. Now that I had levels, I had to choose what to actually spend the levels on. It was time for a strategy meeting with Chet. And after much deliberation, we decided on storage, as this was the most useful route to optics. Optics was now on the screen, baby. It's within sight. It is within sight. Level 15 was the one. Optics. Optics acquired. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's too good. He's too good. How is he this skilled? Now we have to get to work building them though. Wait, we need steel? No one told me. However, wasn't that big of a problem as I kind of melodramatically made it seem to be. I quickly got all the materials for it and built my very first one. Second major goal in my strategy, achieved. Things were going well, but we still had a lot to do. I then built a third furnace as I wanted even quicker production. This let me add gold constantly producing on top of producing steel and iron, which would be crucial for generating coins. This basically was going to let me get steel easier so I could get lighthouses easier, so I could get more items easier. It's all about the items, baby. Then I built a second lighthouse quickly after, giving me level 16. Bargain. Oh, 15% cheaper. Don't mind if I do. The markets were not giving me so much luck so far, but we got a couple of things that helped us get closer to lighthouses, which is neat, I guess. The markets were mainly going to be more useful late game when I started needing like really specific flowers, but most of the stuff I needed right now I could just get off of my island. Now, with markets and lighthouses ticked off, I had to come up with the next goal. 7 steel, 40 brick, and 20 glass. Okay, that's not too bad. That's just pretty much going to be our whole goal. Now, if any of you guys have played Forager, you know how broken spirit orbs are. Guys, should I buy a spirit orb? Should I sell some gemstones and buy a spirit orb? However, I resisted the temptation, mainly because I literally couldn't buy it. But we get plenty later, so, not too heartbroken. Then I got the medium backpack unlocked, which was very awesome. More inventory slots is always welcome, because inventory is just such a disaster right now, dude. And then, so a market costs 5 leather. I have 26. I can't make a backpack. Okay, perfect. Then I doubled down and decided it was now time to get my markets working harder. Level 17 got me the supply perk. Level 17. Okay, this is gonna double the efficiency at which we can go through shops, which is going to be helpful, so I don't have to break and replace it like a billion times. Then I had another strategy meeting with Chad, looking at the skill charts, trying to figure out what I needed to choose next. Aiming for the quarry seemed like a sensible next step, so I chose that. I was almost getting bored, but I kept going. I got back to cycling the markets, trying to find items that could get us closer to building not only more lighthouses, but the quarry as well. I now had gotten myself up to 4 lighthouses, boosting my production, but I was not done there. Oh no. These lighthouses were basically just letting me generate resources at enough of a speed to not have this challenge take like literally a billion hours. Plus, with the level 18 architecture perk, it gave me the ability to craft structures at a 25% discount, which was very sweet. This was a pretty rare item that, when obtained and I'm able to craft it, would propel us pretty fast towards getting new gear. We need to complete this hellscape of a challenge. Long way to go towards it, but royal steel would be a massive W. Side note, check out this luck I got from the fish trap, dude. My royal steel goal came earlier than expected due to a stroke of luck from the markets. I literally never get this lucky. Guys, we are so freaking back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Royal steel at this stage of the game was such a godsend because it allowed us to make my very first slot machine, which should get us some pretty useful items. All we had to do was sell a little bit of our soul each time in the name of gambling, which honestly, I was very happy to do. More importantly though, I could use the slot machine to help get the gemstones for the quarry. Everything was coming together very nicely. Level 19, boom. I picked auto repair, and by that point, I'd gotten a druid scroll, which covered my island in trees, letting me get a ton of wood so I'd be sure I wouldn't run out. As I don't know if you've noticed, but there's not a lot of space for trees to grow, but no climate change around here, definitely not due to that. But yeah, and we got level 20 straight after. Yes, lighthouses have double area of effect, baby. That is exactly what we need. Like the foraging wizard I am, I used the mineral scroll and filled the entire island with so many gemstones that I literally couldn't even count them all. It's gonna take me like 40 years to mine all this stuff. Wait, there's literally bombs in here. And soon enough, I had gemstones coming out of my ears. Oh my god, it's so much ore. I was so caught up in all the bombing that I didn't even notice that another tool had been ticked off my upgrade list. Oh wait, dude, I have the sword, I didn't even notice. The gold pickaxe was next, and I really wanted this thing. It taking so long to mine all that stuff had made me really want to go for it. I also couldn't believe that I hadn't built a vault yet, so I got one of those down real quick before suddenly... Oh, yo! A fallen star nearly fell straight on my head. These were pretty useful, not really necessarily right now, but in a little bit. Unfortunately, it was out of range of the lighthouses. Despite some pesky chat members trying to gaslight me into thinking otherwise, I decided it was worth the effort to move all my lighthouses near the star because it was just out of the range of the lighthouses, which meant we wouldn't get that many drops. That sounds like effort? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. However, not all effort is bad. Lighthouses then got relocated. Nice, 10 star shards. I also got level 21 from it. The star shards were used in kind of a long form way to make those sweet, sweet spirit orbs. So I was, working towards all the skills I needed and getting the spirit orbs. And for level 21, I chose jewelry. I got amulets. And obviously, I instantly crafted the slime amulet. And the perk also made gems sell for 20% more too, which was lucky since I got an insane amount of them with our scroll. And quite frankly, I just wanted to get rid of them. They were kind of taking up my inventory. Yeah, I needed them for the quarry, but I could always just get another mining scroll, so I wasn't too panicked. Remember that spirit orb I didn't get earlier? Well, I finally redeemed myself and bought 2 from the merchant. Guys, it's a big moment in the run. We've gotten our first spirit orbs of the run. The first one I chose a permanent damage increase, but for the second, instant level ups. I normally totally ignore instant level ups, but actually might be strong in this run. So that gave me a fast track to level 22, and with that came the prospecting skill. Now I was a regular prospector, right back from the 1800s. Now rocks would drop more gems, and it also upped my chances of finding rare items when digging. After that, the slime amulet was finally done crafting. It felt like that one took so long. And then, because I literally just could, I snagged the golden amulet right after. Slime amulet, 25% more resources, woohoo. Can I make the next one? I was cooking. 50% more resources. Then I moved on to building lots of new lighthouses because I'd already used bridges to expand the island at the top, letting me spread out my structures a little bit more and making the whole place just a little bit more efficient. Every bit of efficiency counted. I was now almost at the halfway point of my run at level 23. I cannot believe I actually thought this was the halfway point. Should I just get Quarry? I feel like Quarry would probably be the play. Quarry was a natural choice, as I had been working towards those gemstones to craft one, but inscription tables took priority in my mind for now after a well-timed message from one of my chatters. This wasn't necessarily the best move, but it was definitely one of the moves of all time. Do you guys remember that scroll I used earlier to spawn the trees and rocks? Well, this inscription table basically lets you make lots more of them. It also lets me make another piece of gear, the moldy book. 15% more experience! Let's go, let's go. I then finally managed to get a second market as I wanted to amp up production a lot. My aim was to get the items I needed for my tool upgrades, and... bottled beetles! Let's go! Oh my god, we're so back. Yet another strategy had worked. God, it's actually shocking how genius I am. To attack damage, resource and plants may drop coin. Very cool. That was yet another pickaxe down. What always happens in this game is that sometimes you wait so long to get materials for a certain piece of gear is that by the time you make the upgrades you wanted, it turns out you can just straight upgrade to the next one right away. And that is exactly what happened with the skull pickaxe. Wait, dude, I can literally make that pickaxe in like 2 minutes. What? Why is that so cheap? And on top of that, I got the slime tome too. So many upgrades were happening all at once, and honestly, I was so for it. I was very deprived of dopamine. After the success of the mineral scroll I used earlier, and by success I mean literal mountains of ores in my inventory, I used another one, and while mining them I got to level 24, so I chose textiles. Oh, I'm gonna get this. Boots and gloves, definitely. And just like before, after getting a new skill, we got equipment, namely the slime boots and gloves, straight after unlocking textiles. 10% faster, oh, beautiful. The extra movement seed will come in handy for navigating, you know, my so many pieces of plant. Well, yeah, you know, it'll be nice for walking on my wooden platforms, I guess. Not even gonna lie though, my island was looking pretty crazy with the Lighthouse Empire to the left and a Furnace Empire spanning across bridges to the north, with the resource collection was top tier. I'd come a long way from one single piece of land. I haven't. It's just not true. I just can't say that. It's just wrong. The golden wallet and gloves were my next piece of equipment obtained, making all my coins worth 50% more and boosting my attack speed by another 20%. Pretty neat upgrades. These were nice, but it was the pickaxes I just really wanted to focus on at this point. Okay, I'm gonna put down markets until I can buy bugs and upgrade my pickaxe. And as it turns out, the market production I had at this point was still not enough, so I built a huge platform on the right side of my island for more markets. Level 25! Yo! This time I spent my skill point on fishing, as the increase in how fast I caught fish would be really nice. Speaking of items I need to progress, the golden boots had also finished crafting. 20% faster movement speed. Gentlemen, on the beat drop. Skull pickaxe crafted. One Kraken step forward for our little forager guy, and the next tier of pickaxe was mine. But I was not done there. I got the water stuff crafting. See what I told you? You wait so long for an upgrade, you can literally just do the next one straight away. Water shovel ticked off. Water shovel. Taking the next step on our quest to Forager Challenge Pro required chopping a forest worth of trees, because use another druid scroll while my gold sword and fishing rod started and finished crafting. Fishing rod. Wow. Gold sword. Wow. The space issues were really starting to grind my gears again, but I wasn't going to let me stop that, as always. I jumped straight into market cycling again because it wasn't soul-crushingly boring enough the first time at all. Then I got the skull amulet, which was cool. This would let me focus on expanding the resource production even more. This would also be the key in what would later come for getting our final goal of max level in all gear. Level 26 came and went, and this time I grabbed the deposit skill, getting us the quarry at long last. Yeah, quarry's probably better. I'll snag quarry. It'll be pretty useful. I did not, however, have the space to put the quarry down, though, which did weigh on my mind a bit, but I'll find space eventually. I'll clear some stuff off my land. You know how it goes. I sorted some of my items into a vault, which was a huge relief on my inventory management. And another relief was seeing my newfound friend. Honestly, getting to long friend at this point. The little merchant dude who showed up at the start. Yes, he's back! No! Wait. Initially, I was disappointed because he didn't have any items I needed or even wanted, but then I saw the atomic bomb chilling in his third slot, and an idea popped into my head. Let's see if the atomic bomb works on the boss. I hadn't really done any huge strategy planning yet for bosses in this challenge, so this was, creative, to say the least. Basically, I'd bought in a slime sigil a little bit earlier and just dropped the bomb, Oppenheimer style, straight on him. But, go exactly to plan. Oh, it didn't damage him. God damn it. Okay, well, I'm just screwed then. I mean, I was determined to give the boss at least my best shot, but my golden sword was doing like 1 damage per hit, and it was just not looking super good. I did really want to kill these guys, though, because it would give me 4 spirit orbs, and as you guys know, those are my favorite item in the game. I really do love them. During the fight, I did get a little bit of a rhythm going, moving around in circles, doing everything I could to dodge him. No! Just don't destroy the lighthouses, please. And it was working surprisingly well. I even got the Swords Master achievement for killing 3 or more enemies with a single sword slash. I was on fire, dude. I can't even lie. Then I got another achievement for dodging a lethal attack, which was less exciting. Dodge a lethal attack, that's lucky. And one thing that slipped my mind entirely like a freaking idiot during this entire fight was the Dragonheart potion I literally had in my inventory. Wait, I forgot about that. I shoot fireballs now. I think we win this easily, to be honest. Easy dub. Thanks for... No! Stop! Just don't. Stop. Do not destroy my stuff. Okay, there we go. Well, I got 1 shot! Well, that went south pretty fast, but he hadn't despawned, and I hadn't lost all my lives yet, so I still had a chance. The fumble is possible. Why is it doing so much damage? Wait, it's losable. This was going down to the wire. The boss was on such low health, but he would one-shot me with every single attack, and after yet another death, I was left with 1 life to kill him. I steeled my nerves, went for it, and... No! He beat me. We just won't ever talk about that again, to be honest. But hey, on the bright side, I now had 128,000 coins. A ton of profit? Yeah, you're right. Look for the positive. The sigil only costed like 4K, so we like made big gains. I leveled up too, level 27. This time I went smelting, which made my resource empire even stronger because now furnaces would work 25% faster and so would forges. Very nice stuff. I then had to make a very not easy decision. I think I have to tear up my fish farm, which is very sad, but I want to put down more lighthouses. I eventually decided lighthouses were more important at this stage of the challenge. I wasn't going to start doubting myself now when all my strategies have been going very smooth. I also decided to get another marker would be a good idea, so I had a 3rd one built on the right. The first set of items was kind of useless, but I did see a beat sigil. Round 2? Oh no, the beat is impossible. I'm not doing the beat. Speaking of beats, I also realized that the talking beat dudes aren't even in this challenge, which was a shame because I was really looking forward to bashing their faces in with a pickaxe. Anyways, as you can now see from my island, it is finally beginning to look like Forager. Crazy mass production of materials in my own capitalist empire. Nice. Speaking of capitalism, that's the skill I chose for level 28. It works out flawlessly, right? Damn, they actually level you up like crazy. Then I decided to lean into my inner capitalist further as I realized I had 25,000 obsidian to sell because of those mining scrolls I used earlier. And since I now got XP for selling... 9 levels? Oh my god. Wait, excuse me? Yep, I started at level 28 and 143,000 gold and ended with 443,000 gold and level 37. Okay, time to spend a lot of skill points. All right, literally first thing I'm gonna do is go for the mining rod. That's what I really want. I chose physics, which unlocked power plants, then engineering to increase industrial XP and unlock droids, and then finally lasers and automation. These two together meant that I was not only unlocking mining rods, but they'd also deal more damage, and my crafted items would automatically collect themselves. That'll save me a good deal of time. Mining rods. This was all part of my strategy of getting the resources really automated to propel us towards the gear and complete this challenge, and holy, those extra 9 levels sped me up a lot. I then used more of my skill points on carpentry for less wood cost and to unlock carpentry stations, and then got a pet because of course I want a super cute pet on my island. We'll get ourselves a friendly companion as well. Whew, I'm a little bit out of breath recording the script. You guys still keeping up with all this? Really hope you are, because we got a whole lot more to do. Only 3 more skill points to unlock. Renewal, which let me recover energy when killing enemies. Actually kind of cool. Not like insanely helpful, but I guess nice, because eating does kind of suck. Destruction for 25% more damage to bosses. 25% increased damage to bosses. That's exactly what we need, actually. And my favorite of all, gain 2 spirit orbs. Let's go. Okay, that's what I want. Nice. I used one of the orbs on an extra heart and another one on extra damage. Not only did I get those orbs from the level up, but my merchant buddy came back again and gave us 4 more spirit orbs. Spirit orbs, yes. We'll go damage, health, and health again. So you guys remember that part of the video like 1 minute ago where I sold a bunch of obsidian and got a stupid amount of levels, money, and points? Well, we're about to do it again. But this time we have 968,000 gold and level 46. Okay, let's sell coal. All right, that's quite a few levels. And the best part about it, I'm not even gonna run out of coal because I can just use the mining scroll again. Another 9 levels. Oh my god. That capitalist perk is broken. Quick pit stop to cycle the markets. I actually got a decent amount of stuff. I got leather, hide, and star scrolls. What a actual haul. Then unlocked the management skill, which updates my vault. And as if this game wasn't already chaotic and broken enough, I drank a greedy potion, making coins worth 25% more, and sold a bunch more obsidian. All right, that gave us 2 more levels. Also snagged myself the millionaire achievement too, sitting now at 1.13 million coins. Very nuts. Okay, let's spend all my skill points really quick. This is always just like the most fun part of the game, because spending 20 skill points in such a short period of time is just broken, man. I snagged looting, summoning, and reagents. Bit of a weird combination, but I now had 50% more loot from enemies and bosses. A sigil maker unlocked, and it would also take way less materials to make potions and scrolls. The summoning perk also buffed shrines, which I'd actually forgotten about until this point. Shrines! Wait, I need to unlock shrines. Where are shrines? I can't remember. Of course, I followed through, and my next perk was faith. Unlock shrines. I want to start spamming those. I'm just gonna unlock this whole magic corner. The next few perks I unlocked all had these weirdly hard to say names. I got Conjuration to buff magical structures, Transmutation to unlock Void Steel, and then Alchemy to let me make cauldrons. Evasion also increased my dodge chance, but you know, I don't even need that skill, really. And finally, I got Spellbind and this word. I got flamed in the comments of the last video for not knowing how to pronounce it. I still don't know how to say it. To increase the buff time of spells and unlock expert level scrolls and potions. And with that, I caught up until level 48. Okay, that was a lot of skill points in the last 10 minutes. Hope you guys kept up with that. We're almost to max level, so it was all worth it. Then I put down my very first shrine. Told you those star fragments would come in handy. And built my quarry as well. But that was short-lived as I only got a chance of blowing up a bunch of rocks again. And speaking of blowing up, I fought the Slime King again, and the fight was way easier this time. No, we win this, we win this. Let's go! We're goated. We are so goated. Oh my god. 5 spirit orbs. Holy smokes. And with that, I put 5 boosts straight into my damage. Okay, let's take a breather. Run check. I'm now halfway through this challenge, basically. So let's go through where we're currently at right now. We've got 1 single island still, of course, but we're at level 48 with a booming island economy, a mixture of golden, skull, and crystal tools, as well as a lighthouse production to rival that of, well, anyone. Things were looking very good. Unfortunately, I have to go. I ended the first stream here, but I booted up the live stream right after, ready to jump right in again and get this challenge completed. We live. What's going on? What's happening? We're playing forager again. Oh yeah, we're further in the video, so if you don't want to subscribe so you don't miss these live streams, just drop a sub. I really think you will have a good time. I kick off this stream straight away by aiming to increase my lighthouse army even further, as the more resources generated, the better, honestly. All right, I think what we're gonna do is let's break this shrine. We're gonna look for the one that gives us a whole bunch more money. To do this, I have to place 3 more shrines and cycle them like we've been doing with the markets to get our double money perk. Gimme the money one. Yes, okay. So now, and with that, I sold another 124,000 obsidian, taking me from 1.33 million coins to 4 million coins, as well as getting me to level 54. I also sold crystals and slimes in huge bulk as well, which got me to level 57. So 3 more levels. Only a little bit under 10 levels away from max now. This game is just so broken sometimes, I can't lie. Okay, the objective currently, tear out everything I've placed down. The true reason I was doing this right now was for our real objective, increase number of lighthouses. So I broke the fish farms and placed loads more. Okay, well, that's a lot more lighthouses, hey? Next, the markets went, and in their place, more lighthouses. But before I tore up the furnaces, I wanted to spend 9 more skill points. I kicked this next session off with masonry, gluttony, machinery, and manufacturing. All those perks were decent if I do say so myself. 25% less stone or brick for structures, 20% more energy for eating, 10% chance to craft double items, also solid. And factories unlocked. But oh no, I ain't stopping here. I got a lot more skill points. 5 more to be precise. Craftsmanship was next, unlocking royal steel, clothing, and the hammer. Then ballistics, which let us get some epic sounding ballistas, prowess, and hunting for increased speed on farming structures and bows. Then finally, califerous for ability to eat minerals and gems. Okay, cool. Nice. I then built a wooden platform much further out for our structures, thus saving more space for lighthouses. How far can we go? Can we go far? We can go really far. This is basically going to be my base of operations for the rest of the run. After a painstaking decision, I decided to begin breaking all my furnaces and the bridges at the top in preparation for our new island structures. I need to balance all the crafting. Oh, I'm gonna have to move all my items. I got the slime bow and the hammer while doing so though, so it was worth it. Hammer and bow. Amazing. Truly amazing. I then had a clever idea. I placed 6 shrines with the goal of getting the boons I needed to speed this stuff up. If you didn't know, boons are like buffs that the shrines give you, which is why shrines are good. But none of them ended up giving me what I wanted, so I ended up replacing them and finally got it. Our new artificial wood island was looking sweet, and it was so much more organized too, so resource production became even more efficient than it already was. Then we just have to replace all of our furnaces again. Then we get to build like a billion lighthouses. Profit and level up. It really was just as simple as that, to be honest. I put the vaults on the left and the furnaces on the right along the top, carefully, painstakingly choosing each crafting item with a lot of care. Okay, now next we need to make glass, 2 more irons just in case, as well as 2 more gold. Then we're gonna make 2 more steel crafters. We're gonna make 4 brick crafters, and 1 for fish. We'll do 1 for meat, why not? This was so much neater than what I had before. Took a step back, admired my creation, and realized I did not have enough furnaces. So I built 3 full rows more. Okay, we're just gonna go to town. Now, we need to make it bigger. Then I placed more shrines, which gave us a bigger choice of boons. These basically let us execute our next strategy, getting the industrious boon, which made all structures work twice as fast. In addition to the builder boon, which made structures cost half as much to craft, which is so strong. So then I activated them and got to work breaking all the lighthouses that I'd spent like the entire video collecting. But it was okay because I could build them for half price. And then with the half price, we're gonna see if it's way cheaper to build like a billion. If I end up with less lighthouses, I might be kind of mad. I guess let's just kind of go to town. Turns out I could place them on land? Okay. Wait, what? What? Fellas? Excuse me? Exploit discovered? But hey, who cares? Because then the crystal amulet and the golden bow were both unlocked at the same time. At this point, it was starting to get a little bit hard to keep track of how many bits of gear I was crafting. That is a very good sign though, so you know, we'll take that. So we're gonna want a whole lot of electronics, is what I'm thinking. Now I had to think ahead to figure out what I needed to do to unlock all the gear, as I didn't really want to get to the point where I was just stuck around waiting for things to craft. So I placed down a couple of factors and got them going crafting electronics. This was a huge step forward in the run, but very quickly a problem did arise. I want this stuff to craft faster. It's so slow. I need to get power plants, dude. So I began to aim for power plants as a side goal. Like the regular forager wizard I was, I powered my way through a bunch of scrolls, getting us to level 58, and another huge load of ore, which I promptly bombed. All right, that's not bad. How much do we have? 14 million obsidian? Excuse me. I had a lot. This was just absolutely crazy, so I built my markets again, sold all of my 14 million obsidian I have, and just like that, I'd officially completed one of the 2 main goals of this challenge. Max level was ours. Still only a couple of skill points left to allocate too. There we go. We maxed it out. The last 8 skill points were spent on honestly kind of useless stuff. Railroads, locomotives, offshore drilling. That one's kind of useful, but like not right now. Cooking, just kind of bad to be honest, but you know, we'll keep moving on. The astrology perk though was kind of cool. It gave us cosmic seal, which we would need a lot of later. Then banking and treasury, still cool, but a little less cool. This basically let us unlock banks and then made it generate 50% faster when they're next to each other. But truly, the most useless one of them all. Purchasing land is 30% cheaper, let's go. All right. Learn every skill, nice. So now we just have to do all of these tools. Oh hey, remember when I said earlier I wanted to think ahead so I didn't get bottleneck waiting for resources to craft? Okay, this is the part of the game where I'm gonna be regretful that I didn't scale up earlier because I'm gonna have to be waiting so long for like all my electronics and stuff to craft. Yeah, I was currently bottlenecked, waiting for 1 resource to craft. This was going to be a decent bit of waiting, but my strategy had been pretty solid up to this stage, so I challenged myself to find little ways to make the game easier in that time, all while our factories chugged away making those electronics. And I did. I came up with the most huge brain, amazing smart strat literally ever. Yeah, I'm gonna farm bosses while I wait probably. What? Bosses are fun, okay? Like, don't argue with me, bosses are fun, it is a fact. I then also decided to up my royal steel production, so it wasn't all tiny brain moves, okay? Just trust me, okay? All right, now we need to make royal steel. And a whole lot of it. The sound of factories and furnaces chugging away permeated the air all around me. But like any regular forager, was I happy? I wanted more. I began prepping to expand our production even more. Royal steel to the north and power plants to the south. What do power plants do? They boost how fast stuff works. I wanted to make this whole thing just go faster, and there was only one answer for that as well. Those OP as hell perks that you get from the shrines. Double resource production for free? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Then I gathered all of my boss scrolls and started killing. Slime King, he was easy. We're not even gonna talk about him. Okay, nice, 1 down. Skeleton King was also easy, but he kept damaging my lighthouses, so I killed him with more anger than I normally needed to. Okay. Nice. Wasn't even worried. Did give us spirit orbs though, which is a huge W. I split the orbs between health and damage once again. I guess we're just gonna do damage. Skull sword. Oh yeah, even more upgrades. Just keep them rolling in. At this point, I had done enough prep to fully switch our strategy to go in full steam ahead, just pretty much crafting as many pieces of equipment as I literally could. Okay, we're gonna start focusing on upgrading our stuff. But surprise, surprise, we ran into a problem. Our crystal stored pickaxes and bows finished crafting, with the demon sword, demon amulet, and skull boots very quick after. But when I went to craft more equipment, I realized that leather, of all things, was the bottleneck. I'd used almost all of it, and I didn't have any immediate way of getting more. Things were looking a little bit bleak right now. This run was gonna take ages, since my only option was pretty much just resetting markets, which was not very fun. Then a savior appeared. One of my chatters, at the perfect time, decided to drop in, said 2 messages, and literally just left. His suggestion was to use animal scrolls to turn any resources around me into animals, which dropped leather. So I used a drill scroll to get trees, then turned them all into animals and brutally murdered each and every one of them. Oh my god, Mac, you literally solved our leather problems. You're actually a genius. This unlocked a massive number of new pieces of equipment available to me and saved a ton of time. So, shout out Chatter, you are a legend. From now on, if I could keep the strategy as sharp as it was before, it was going to be an upward curve of just constantly getting tools, boots, and gloves until I got every single one, and the challenge would be done. Okay, we still just need more electronics, basically. That's the main bottleneck right now. Long way to go, though. I began flying through the upgrades now. Demon pickaxe and crystal boots were the next ones to be ticked off, all the while our capitalist empire was chugging along in the background, mass-producing literally millions of bricks, steel fit for royals, and electrical devices. But it still wasn't enough. I wanted more. This is probably more power stations than I need, to be honest, but that is true. I had almost half of the right side of my wooden platform covered with them, but who cares? It was a boost, and they weren't that expensive. Then me and chat had a crisis, realizing how one little tiny forager dude was responsible for this massive industrial revolution on literally one island. Damn, dude, it's actually crazy how much progress we've made. And realizing that rubies were a much healthier alternative to whatever I was eating before. I'm gonna be chowing down on some rubies instead. I noticed my gold reserves were dropping as well. I was determined to not let this become another leather situation, so I made some quick changes and fixed it. With our factories chugging away again, making everything we needed for tool upgrades, I turned my focus towards crafting the Obliterator, a really OP tool I could use to destroy everything I wanted with literally one hit. Cosmic steel and fiberglass. To make fiberglass, we need plastic. To make plastic, we need oil and royal clothing. Okay, gotcha. Okay. And thankfully, I knew exactly what I needed to get this tool. I first started by placing down a ton of sewing stations to increase our thread production, got the skull gloves crafted and the demon bow, and then began the infinite crafting of royal clothing, as well as crafting more leather to not have the same problem as before. Oh yeah, and it turned out that offshore drill I kind of called useless earlier, I finally ended up needing. It was gonna give me oil, which was pretty nice to have. Chat had repeatedly told me it, but I ignored it. At this stage of the game, I had to just pretty much keep cycling markets for really niche items to help me with tool upgrades. Yes! Nightshade. Still needed lavender though, which I literally could not find anywhere. After going to craft void steel, I realized that I was pretty devoid of void zone, so I might need to go to the void biome to get some void stone. Damn, there's a lot of voids in one sentence. 6 to be precise, counting when I said there was a lot of voids in that one sentence. Guys, am I gonna have to make a trek to the place? But before that, a couple more boss fights were in order to help me boost my stats. The slime got demolished. What else is new? Giving me 4 more spirit orbs to spend on hearts. I had a way more difficult spawner in my inventory as well, but I didn't really want to fight him yet because I don't think I could beat him. I don't think I could beat the beat. Do you guys think I could beat the beat? There's no way. Then, because YOLO, I tried to fight a boss with no scrolls, just to test my skills. Oh my god, we are weak. I almost died a few times, but I ended up getting them, and with these spirit orbs, my health was maxed, and the rest just went into increasing damage and energy. I was not in the best shape attack and defense-wise, and probably should not have taken on the void biome yet, but I just said freak it and leapt into the portal with no regrets. But I could maybe I could clear like 1 or 2 floors, maybe. I just began bombing straight from level 1, collecting 108 void stone right off the bat. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get very far. I'm giving my best shot to get as high as possible, but I ended up leaving around level 6. I did get a decent amount of resources though. Then I tried to fight 2 bosses in the void realm. That was a interesting experience. I was not strong enough to beat them, so I literally just had to run around in circles till I could leave. Then I emerged back to the sea of lighthouses that was my island, and I immediately got back to doing what I did best, which was making more factories to get more resources. The market's instantly restocked, which was handy as I still needed to get more lavender. Oh wait, dude, the markets are probably restocked. Let's go. Okay, please, please, good lord, just give me lavender. Just give me so much lavender. I didn't get it this time, but I did get other things I needed for other tools,
I need that.
so not all bad. I couldn't make any more markets because I'd ran out of leather again, so I decided to learn how to make scrolls to murder more animals and get more leather. Very simple. My trip to the Void biome was clearly a good idea, as I got the Void pickaxe and amulet very quickly after leaving it. Then I placed down the inscription table, then just finally didn't see that I could craft scrolls here. What? How do you make scrolls? Craft them on the inscription table. Wait, what? Oh, how am I this blind? Good lord. Well, now that I figured out how to make scrolls, it wasn't all easy to craft them, because I still need to get a couple of pretty annoying materials together, so I just focused on markets instead. And I managed to find a couple of scrolls as well. You got it. That's what I need, right? Am I wrong? Let's go, baby. Upgraded shovel, finally. The bottleneck of literally all bottlenecks was removed. Getting lavender, which allowed me to craft the nomad shovel right after obtaining it. Then I instantly got the crystal gloves, a big backpack, huge backpack, and demon gloves all at once. Then I farmed scrolls for a little bit more to get ores and leather. Then the necromium finished crafting. This was getting a little bit chaotic once again. Chat clearly thought so too. Thing on screen and whatnot. You know, with the lavender cleared, one of our only remaining bottlenecks right now was the markets, and I didn't see any way making them faster without breaking and replacing them, which I didn't really want to do, so I just built more, and you know what? It actually worked really well. The new markets finally started giving me some of the items I needed, so I could craft the tycoon backpack, royal shovel, and robotic shovel. Is this maxed? Wait, did I max it? Yo! My first... I had quite a few to go for some of the other tools, but this was honest to God not terrible progress. Okay, we're gonna spawn in a bunch of stars. Ready? Okay, that's pretty good. How many star fragments do you guys think we have now? 28.1 million. Then I got bored, so I wanted to fight more bosses. Should we fight the beat? YOLO. Oh wait, no, we have 5 slimes. Let's fight those first. So I wrecked the slimes first, splitting the spirit orbs evenly on damage and other stats. Then I realized I could make even more lighthouses and get a couple more pieces of equipment ticked off, so I decided to wait a bit longer before killing the dark beat boss. Wait, I could build so many more lighthouses. Okay, back to killing slime kings like the regular slimes. Couple more of them dead, nabbing the skull wallet, crystal wallet, demon wallet, and glacial scripture in between kills. Honestly, I didn't even need the perks from them anymore. Kinda wanted them. 125% more, that's pretty useless. 60% more XP, that's also pretty useless. Okay, strategy time. I decided that the void biome was our next goal, as we guys get a lot of items to upgrade our equipment, namely void stones and nuclear materials, as well as legendary gems. But I wanted to make sure I was as prepared as possible before going into that portal, as it could be really difficult even for a forager pro like me. Everything then to the point of void, or needing void. That way when I go there, I know like how much to get. You know what I mean? I think I'm also gonna snag a couple of buffs before I head in. Also gonna make sure to have some food, because that's kind of important. One part of this game I hadn't really explored yet in this challenge was the crafting of droids, little robot helpers that would follow behind me and do things such as collect resources, attack enemies, and pick up items. Make a droid army? I'm thinking about it, but I also don't know if it's worth it because I'm pretty close to beating this challenge. I swiftly grabbed the next tome in our progression tree, the Hellfire Glyph, and the Void Guide was available to craft right after. We can make the next one. We can. And we can make the Magnum Opus. I was now one away from completing another max tool. I just needed the nuclear stuff now. To the delight of my chat, I decided to finally craft the droids to follow me around and help me in my goals. Yeah, robot prices get like insanely expensive. Oh, and the droids had names apparently, because I didn't have them on little baby mode. We got Rocky, Aaron, Darcy, Hazel, Everkin, Dark Chica, and ADM. They're not my best buds, just by default, because they're my robots. With a droid army at my back and a whole bunch of buffs, it was now time to take on the Void biome. We're just gonna focus on killing everything. It's gonna take me less time to collect like 2,000 void stone than it is to fish up like the 50 kraken eyes I need. Fishing in the void biome can give us kraken eyes, which are needed for us to get the void sword and void gloves. So I got the fishing rod and sat down for a good while until I got the whole lot. God, fishing in this game is so bad. Finally finished fishing for now, as I still need to get a few more later. Then began battering my way through the rest of the levels to grab the remaining void stone. How much are we at? I'm gonna add this to my toolbar. Only 300. Voidstone collection goals aside now, things were looking up, and I was so close to completing this challenge now. Level 10 was successfully cleared, and after fishing some more to get the extra kraken eyes and then wrecking a few more monsters, I chose to just leave on level 11, although I would be back. When I left, I got the void sword and void bow immediately. So we literally what? We just need to make cosmic and then nuclear, right? Then, using all of my new void materials, I ticked off the void gloves and boots both at the same time. Boy, I do not know why I avoided this for so long. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Now, the thing I needed most of all was the legendary gems that I got from fighting bosses. The Toxic Guardian was first, and like the slimes, he was easy. Get wrecked. Damn it, 15 legendary oh my. Oh. And once I got these, a couple of pieces of nuclear machinery were made. Closing in. We're actually closing in. We have 2 more upgrades for each, I think. It was actually going to take a lot more boss fights to get what I wanted, though, so I was going to have to do some grinding. To fight bosses. That's so annoying. So I thought I'd make it a little bit more safer so I wouldn't end up destroying too many lighthouses. And then finally, it was Dark Beat time. I pretty much tanked him and got the Void Wallet in the process. Pretty easy. Yo, not the time, really. Then I managed to farm a couple of Dark Beats and Slime Kings, but got one back on me. What? I was eating. That's my first death in so long. Then, literally the most scary thing that happened this entire run happened to me. I got the black screen of death. No, please. Don't break, don't break. If my save corrupts, I'm ending my life. I waited, and I waited, and I literally begged. I'm not joking. And it was all fine, thankfully. Oh, thank God. Okay. Honestly, I actually thought I was gonna have to restart the run, which would have made me want to end my life. In Forager, of course. Grinding with those bosses obviously dropped a lot of spirit orbs, which was pretty cool. I used them all on damage, of course. All right, how many gems we got now? In addition to the gems, we also forwarded up the cosmic production. Now, I needed legendary gems, so it was time to grind as many bosses as I could. I think we roll. I think we dominate here. A couple more battlefield monstrosities later, and I got our cosmic boots done. Get a cosmic gear item. Oh yeah. Nice. With the nuclear materials beginning to craft as I speak, I had to use, and I'm not joking you, 44 spirit orbs. Oh man, this is always my favorite part of the game. Just spamming those fantastic, amazing spirit orbs. Still had some more bosses to kill, and I executed this bit of strategy perfectly. Things were crafting, and I was killing this challenge. Okay, I'll stop for real this time. I definitely won't. Now things were really beginning to fall into place. Second piece of cosmic, as the cosmic amulet was mine. The gems were still a bottleneck for us, but I was not going to let that stop me, despite their very effective efforts to stop me. They honestly kind of stopped me. I literally just had to kill every boss I possibly could find. All legendary gems. It's all legendary gems. There's got to be a better way to get these. And then, like the bulb upon the lighthouse, the bulb switched on inside my head. Wait! Are you serious? Wait, did the gems get multiplied by lighthouse? Buzzing with excitement, I ran to the lighthouses around the island, and well, one more option. I could go back to the void. Before I went though, I did get my cosmic pickaxe at least, which was fun, but you wanna know what was not fun? The void realm again. This time I had to reach as high level as I could, so the gem dropping bosses would start spawning. I could not possibly give up now, though. So I picked up my little forager sword and got the hell on with it. I breezed through levels 1 to 10, but things were about to get a little bit slower. Oh, I don't want my double speed to run out. Please, no. Floor 20. Gems we had. 8. I kept pushing through, killing like a billion enemies, and I eventually reached level 24. It was go time. I really hope we start getting legendary gems. Yes, we are. I wanted to get way more gems than I actually needed because I did not want to trek all the way down here again. So it was game on. Fire demons, done for. Slime kings, dead long ago. Dark beats, also dead. Literally everything down here, dead. We got now 20. Oh, it's gonna take so long to get the gems I need. The absolute carnage continued for a while until I did it. Got to level 30 for the achievement. Figured I'd just go to that point so I didn't have to do it again. And completed in a very spectacular fashion. Please. Oh my god. You guys see that timer? It was literally on 1 second. Good lord. At the end of level 30, I had 104 gems, which I was relatively happy with. So I tried level 31 anyway, just for the fun of it, even though I was definitely not going to make it. Then I left the void biome and dived straight into crafting the last couple of pieces of equipment I needed. I still had to wait on some cosmic steel crafting, but we could make it, and that was the main thing. Okay, I'm going to make a nuclear boots, a cosmic wallet, obtain a nuclear tier item. Oh my god, beautiful. It's truly beautiful. All right, now was the cosmic gloves I had to go for. The last few pieces of equipment were so close to being done, I could see the finish line of this challenge. Because I want the obliterator. I still wanted that obliterator item though, because I could not give up this close, and it's just so freaking nice to have. So what was left? The nuclear pickaxe, cosmic sword, cosmic bow, and nuclear amulet. I just kept worrying about my legendary gem number though. 93, oh my god, please, please just make sure I have enough. And realized that this was gonna go down to the wire. to see if I had enough to make it. We actually might not have enough. I tried to place down some lighthouses as like a desperate last attempt. My legendary gem stock was taken down literally one by one. This would actually be the showdown of the century if I was to get it. Cosmic sword, done. Cosmic bow. Okay, guys, we're closing in. We're so close. We're so close. We just need the nuclear tier now. The nuclear stuff also needed cosmic steel. This was so nerve-wracking. I counted them up, all the stuff I would need, and 15. Okay, we need 10. We need 10, 25, 40, 50, 55, 60. We need 60. We straight up do not have enough gems. Nuclear gloves, done. There's not a lot I could do now other than literally just wait. Industrious, using the scrolls and just grinding. Nuclear wallet, done. Okay, wallet done. We're so close to having accessories completed. We're making slow but steady progress. Nuclear sword, done. Sword, okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And with utterly fantastic music choice, we were in the end game now with only a few more items to get. This is probably copyrighted. I just couldn't care less. Nuclear pickaxe and nuclear codex were next. I wasn't just very excited, but so freaking hyped in anticipation to getting this whole challenge done. Nuclear pickaxe unlocked. Nuclear codex done. Nuclear amulet was next. You're back, welcome back. We have one item left. Just one freaking item left. A little bit more waiting for stuff to craft. Killing a mountain of slimes to pass the time. I got the nuclear bow, our last item, and let's go. Did the timer stop? No. Okay, that's weird. Environments. Let's go ahead and check. Let's go ahead and check that. It's just oh wait! I don't have the obliterator. Yeah, turns out I actually hadn't completed the challenge. But I didn't care. I obliterated the crafting recipe for the obliterator, and this time, show it to me. Give it to me. Oh my god. You finished! Let's go! Boy, was that a weight off. Like 8 hours? Okay, yeah. We done it! The timer stopped and the congratulations message was on screen. I left the game, logged on again to enjoy my video, and... What? Excuse me? But... Well... But I wanted to keep playing. What happened? I literally don't know. For all you loyal fans, enjoy this very satisfying image on screen of me leveling up to level 65 instantly and watch this other Forager video on screen. I think you'll have a good time. See you later.